So day 2 of Festive Cup qualifying. So I'll do a pro guide for this. Okay, so the balls are still there for another few hours. So season 3 ball, it's the same as the Voyager ball. Really the big thing here is the wind resistance. So definitely a good ball for, I think, expert and master players, but not necessarily something that you need in pro, but you can definitely grab some if you think you need them. So for pro, I'm going to do the typical extra mile bag and quarterback bag. So something like that. And then for the first hole, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Saturn bag, or the bag that has Saturn in it. I'm not sure if we can land on the green or not, but just in case we can. So, let's see how this looks. So for this hole, with the wind going to the right like that, I'll probably try to bounce off the little right slope. Just sort of counter the wind. Either way, it's going to be a pretty low percentage shot. Maybe not. So, probably just take a regular shot at it then. So 20% extra wind, so about 8 miles an hour of wind. So play that's about 4 rings. Ooh, got lucky. So that wasn't exactly what I was going for. I was trying to go in for the straight in shot, but the bounce is really really inconsistent based on where you land. You can land a few inches apart and get totally different bounces. So got lucky to get that one. I was trying to just put it straight in, but got a little lucky there. So I'm going to go extra mile and big dog for hole 2. I don't expect that I'll have to max overpower or anything like that, but we'll see. So we got straight tailwind here, and I'm probably going to play a pretty similar shot to what I played in Expert yesterday. I'm not going to get crazy aggressive or anything like that. Just going to try to put myself in the fairway, down there far enough where I don't need to overpower or anything like that for the second shot. So let's go ahead and go with all of our topspin and side spin. And I'm gonna kind of lay back here where I can set up my ball guide kind of at the middle of that bunker. 2.1 per ring, so basically 3.5 rings. And I aimed at that bunker, so I'm going to use a little bit of curl to bring it back off of the bunker. And hopefully that stays short. There we go. So that was what I was going for right there. I wanted to stay short of those second set of bunkers there on the right. And with the big dog and a Titan, should easily be able to reach the green from there for an easy birdie. So there's a really, really low chance of making an eagle on this hole, so not worth the risk in my opinion of trying to do like a power hook or anything like that. Especially in pro where you probably have lower level clubs, make it a lot harder to reach the green into. So let's see. So let's try no topspin. I think we'll actually land something like that. So let's go 2.5 per rings. Let's go 2.5 rings. Push the ball guide back up. See how this works out. I don't think it will go too far, but it may. No, that's just fine. So, easy birdie. That's all we're looking for there. Definitely a good birdie to get. So, if you can get that one both times on the opening and weekend rounds, definitely gaining strokes on a lot of people in the pro division. Oh. So, a little unlucky there. A couple feet shorter and he probably would have landed in the hole in his second shot. So, I will not be qualifying on this account, so I'm going to start forfeiting after this, but I didn't want to forfeit there and give him a birdie since he wasn't going to make one. It didn't look like. Hole 3. So we'll go with quarterback and probably big dog here. And thorn. So I don't believe in pro there's really any opportunity to go for the green in 2. I think you would pretty much need like a Apocalypse 6-ish plus a snow globe ball or turbo ball or ghost ball. So I don't expect hardly anyone in pro to have any of that sort of equipment. So I'm not even really gonna really consider any of those. So really all I'm doing here is trying to get it as far down as I can. So 7.5 in wind should land right there where my bullseye is now. So I think I'm just going to try that. Try no overpower. And let the wind and the topspin get it as far down there as it can, hopefully. Well, that was annoying. Alright, so not gonna be able to show that, unfortunately. But really what I was trying to do was trying to get down there at the end of the fairway and then make it as far down there in the fairway as I could for my second shot. Yeah. To try to set up for a thorn shot. But anyways, so hole 4, and I definitely have to start forfeiting out now. Hole 4 should be a backbone, and I'm gonna try a navigator. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be downwind or something like that. And I guess if I make a hole in one on this, I'm gonna have to force quit the app since I'm going second. So hopefully this guy hits a good shot. I'm gonna have to give him the birdie either way, but it'd be nice if he was guaranteed a birdie anyways. Yeah, that'll work. So, nice shot there. That's definitely one way you can go about it. I'd probably bring a guardian as opposed to a sniper, but it's certainly one way you can go about it there. So, I'm actually going to go Titan here. I think I'd recommend this shot just a little bit more. So I'm going to go 2 backspin, no side spin. 20% extra on the wind, so 7.5. Then at 1.4 per ring, we're going to go a little bit over 5 rings. Let's see how that ends up. So, not too bad there. Just needs a little bit of tweaking. I like that spot for pro, though. If you land at the bottom of the hill and bounce off that very first pad down there, it's actually a pretty dangerous shot for pro, just because you have a straight tailwind, and I think I've gotten the fringe glitch more than a couple times on that type of shot, so I think the shot that I just played is a lot safer for the pro division. I'm not sure which bag I'll use for this hole. I believe that I've heard that all the winds in pro are downwind, so can probably get away with quarterback here. We'll see. Nope, that's not a tailwind at all. So I'm trying to think of what shot I want to show. This is actually a really difficult wind for this hole. So I think I may show the layup shot. Okay, well, let's try this. That doesn't look too bad. So you want to kind of find that little groove right there. And then 2.1 per ring. So almost 3 rings. 2, 3. That's not good. So, still going to be an easy birdie, but probably going to take eagle out of the equation there. Ideally, you'd like to end up where our opponent ended up right here. Give yourself a little thorn shot. So, not a bad effort there at all. So, that was how I was intending to play the hole. Looks like we're at max distance, which can be played at about 2 per ring. So, I'm going to try 5 backspin. And then 2.5 rings. As I said, 2 per ring. Ooh. So there's a little too much backspin there. But like I said, that's not how you want to play the hole either way. Definitely would like to hit perfect ball on that drive. But nice to see there that even with a less than stellar drive, you can still reach the green. So for this hole here, I'm not sure if I'm going to go quarterback or extra mile off the tee, but the one thing I do need is big dog on the second shot. So if we get straight tailwind, I'll probably go with the quarterback off the tee. And if we get some sort of side wind, I'll definitely need the distance of the extra mile. So this is one option here that I see a lot of people doing, is just kind of bombing it as far down there as they can. And that's kind of the risk right there, is if you end up on the rough on either side of the fairway. So what I try to do, so 7 rings down. So I don't think we need to overpower, because we have, so I'm going to go 3 side spin to the right. So we're going to adjust our 7 rings. push the ball guide back up. And then I'm actually going to underpower just a little bit. We're getting kind of close to the end of that fairway there, so hopefully, yeah. So maybe didn't need to underpower quite that much, but I definitely didn't want to fly off the edge of that fairway, because I could see that when I extended my ball guide out earlier, I could see that 7 rings ahead was pretty close to the edge of that cliff, so that would definitely have taken eagle out of play. So still not the easiest second shots here. This ends up being kind of a side wind on the second shot, so yep, we're gonna have to max overpower this. Wow. So still not an easy shot. So max overpower, we can expect it to land right here. These blue crosshairs are. So gonna aim right there. And then we'll need, let's try that. Ooh, sit. Okay, so easy eagle from there, but yeah. Yeah, gonna be a difficult hole in pro to get the eagle on. If you have a club with a little more topspin on the drive than quarterback, may definitely be something to look into. I kind of just play the drive as normal wind adjustment. It looks like it's downhill, but it really doesn't play like there's any wind effect in my opinion, so. But, not quite there. So let's go ahead and show you this. This is a pretty easy eagle. So you see how small my target is, even right there. So really no way we're gonna miss that eagle. So that's one way to play it. You can definitely take like a Thor's hammer or Apocalypse or something and get yourself a lot farther down there. So hopefully we get tailwind on this hole so we can use the quarterback. Other than hole 2, hole 7 is probably the trickiest hole. So let's see how this looks. Yeah, that should be alright. So we're gonna play about 20% extra for downhill on this hole. So realistically, we should land about right here, I think. So as you can see, we're gonna need to curl to the left a little bit. So maybe something like that. Ooh, I got really close to the edge there. So yeah, definitely be careful with that. Like I said, I think it is a little bit downhill, so it's gonna fly a little bit farther than you think. So you just want to be careful on that drive, just not to clip that rough. Because if you land in that rough patch just long of where the bullseye is right now, I don't think you can reach the green unless you have like a Kingmaker X like this and a high level Spitfire, so. I'm not sure what the point of the Kingmaker X is here. I think he could easily reach with a regular Kingmaker, but ooh, we are almost in between clubs here. So I don't want to aim too far down here on this downslope, so I'll aim about right here. That's about as close as I'm going to get. So you can see the ball guide's super glitchy. 1.3 per ring, so I'm not even sure if we can go back 4.5 rings or not. Not quite. So I'm going to have to underpower this one a little bit. So I just barely underpowered it there. But yeah, 1.3 per ring at min club. So we're going to get the birdie there. Not a hole you're really expecting to get eagle on anyways. Like I said, probably the second hardest hole other than hole 2. So looks like he's going to try to use the backstop back there. Kind of interested to see how this works. I don't think it's going to work as well as he's intending. This green is really bumpy, so that's why I said eagle's not a very likely to happen. Going to require a touch of luck. Yeah, so didn't really react anything like his ball guide was showing beforehand, so happy to get the birdie there. Still has us on pace for, well, we actually got a hole-in-one on hole 1, so we're on pace for minus 12, which is very good. Minus 11 is probably going to be pretty typical for a really good scoring pro. So we'll need the Guardian here. And depending on the wind direction, we may go with the Kingmaker to reduce the wind. Ooh. Not necessary, I don't think. It also depends on which level Guardian we have. I don't know if we have the full backspin or not. Ideally, you definitely like to have a Guardian 6 or above, just so you can have that full backspin. But we'll see what we have. Wow. A little bit unlucky there. So, we do have Guardian 6. That's nice. So, I'm just going to go full backspin and about 1.5 left spin. That's about as much as we can put on there. And we're at min club, so probably 1.8 per ring or so. So, add 20% to the wind. So 7 miles an hour, 1.8 per ring. So probably right about there. Let's see if we have enough backspin to stop it. Yep, looks fine. Ooh, really close there. So not bad at all. I guess what I needed was actually a little bit more distance. So I just needed to fly it just a little bit farther out of the green. But I think a really good first attempt there. I think the 1.8 per ring and 20% extra was a pretty decent adjustment. Okay, so I'm gonna go with sniper here. And the sniper is kind of a big assumption. It's an assumption that I'm gonna hit a good a good tee shot, which I did not do in expert yesterday. But hopefully I've learned from that and can make the improvements today. So 7.5, so that's pretty perfect, I think. Let's see. So I'm going to try 2 topspin again. And 7.5 should land about right there. So I'm actually going to go full topspin. And I'll expect it to land about right there. So I'm going to move my ball guide just a little bit to the left, but no overpower, just going to let the wind do all the work. And curl it to get it over into that little fork on the right side. So that's what we're looking for right there. So no overpower there. I'm moving my ball guide just a little bit to the left, just to make sure that when the ball flew those extra 7.5 rings or so, it wouldn't land in the rough. So it's really the one thing to look out for there, and now we should have a pretty easy shot. Pretty easy shot for eagle, and definitely a chance for albatross. So I'm gonna go, this is a little bit uphill, so I'm gonna go 4 backspin, put the ball guide just into the hole like that, and I'll go 1.1 per ring. So I'm gonna go 5.5 rings. So that's pretty close. So hopefully that gets close and doesn't go in. Ooh. Yeah, so definitely have a very good albatross chance there. So what went wrong? I'm really not sure. So definitely try that one out a couple times for yourself and see if you keep ending up just a little bit to the right like that. Maybe just start your ball guide just a little bit left of the hole on the tee shot, or on the second shot before you make your adjustment. But as you can see, definitely a very good albatross chance there. So definitely a pretty good round there. I'd be more than satisfied to start off my weekend round that way. I think that would have been a minus 14. But that's of course with one lucky forfeit there on hole 3. So got hole 1, got hole. Let's see which ones else did we get. Maybe not. Maybe that was it. So maybe we got hole 1, 6, and 9. So that was a minus 12. So definitely decent round, exactly what we're looking for in pro. I think 11 under is a really good score, and 12 under is a fantastic score, so that's what I'd be shooting for were I to be playing pro. So hope that helps you guys out. Lots of shots to choose from there, so I think that's about it. So good luck in your tournaments, guys.